Go. I do believe we're live, so I'll say indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. What a dear pleasure it is to have you here again. I'm paying some sleep debt today. Yesterday we slept a little bit little, and today we slept enough. But yesterday I ate so much sugar that I think it did end up influencing me, affecting my body. I woke up with like 5 new pimples, which is to be expected. But I also had like a bunch of dreams. Very much so, feeling into the nature of, like in so many words, just abandonment. All right. We did watch a movie yesterday. We went and watched Disclosure Day. And me and Joe, I think I was definitely a little bit more excited for the movie than Joe was. I think Joe did watch it with me because she knew I wanted to. But we did go into it with very little spoilers. We didn't look at what the trailers were showing we're gonna see. But I think both of us felt, maybe I'm speaking for both of us, she's here, she has a mic. She can let us know as well what she thinks, but I felt like I didn't learn anything new, or there was nothing shocking.
I was a bit underwhelmed.
Yeah, underwhelmed I think is a good word as well. And I don't want to dog on the movie, right? Because I'm sure many people's livelihood is attached to it and yada yadas. However, uh, as Joe said, it felt like a movie made for boomers, a bit. Like it was made with the intention of almost like bringing into the public conversation the topic of aliens in a way that people can be like, maybe, kind of thing. What did you guys see? Disclosure Day? No spoilers. I'm hoping for a date night trip soon. Won't spoil anything, dear Sam. Won't spoil anything. It is still a Steven Spielberg movie. I can still praise the filmmaking. The actual filmmaking was impressive. Really good. Fun to watch. They had shots that they had like continuous take shots, where it makes you think, does the cameraman have the ability to fly? Right. I know they have dolly arms and stuff like that, but it still was fun to watch. A bunch of new friends just joined us. Hello. Welcome. Today's stream topic is about how movies affect us. Right? One of the unintended consequences of the movies is that I got myself what it was, I think it was called a sheriff swirl because of the Toy Story 5 movie coming out. And the sheriff swirl came with unlimited refills. So, because I paid $9 for it, it was $8.50. I was like, bet your ass I'm gonna get fucking $9 worth of sugar. And I don't know why. Sunk cost fallacy, I guess. But I regret it. I am in regret today. I slept so bad. But it's good sometimes to learn. To learn from our own mistakes, right? To see. I haven't had that much sugar. I think that's the most sugar I've had since I've come to America in a single sitting. Yeah, I shouldn't do that. I definitely shouldn't do any of that to myself. And again, the fabulous and lauded David Lynch produced a version of Dune that flopped spectacularly. Sometimes even the great ones don't get it all the way right. The actual media of it, I think, was right, actually, Sam. I think he got it right, for the most part, right? Again, without trying to spoil anything. There were still moments where I got emotional, right? So there's some emotional storytelling in that way, at the very least. But I'll say it in this way, Sam, and I think this is something that you might be able to relate to in seeing it. I think you are too far along, right? I think me and Joe are too far along as well on that linearity scale, right? If right here you're like, I don't believe in aliens and aliens are not real and there's nothing you can say to convince me. And here is aliens are absolutely real. I've seen them myself, right? We're like somewhere deeper into the spectrum, right? Maybe not all the way here, but we're getting there. And this movie was for people that's here, I feel. Right? Can you relate to that, Joe? You think that's right?
The movie is for people that are.
Oh, I don't think you heard me. It's okay. Aditya is here with us as well. What are we discussing? We're having a conversation about Disclosure Day a little bit, right? Something we watched yesterday. And yeah, I definitely have mixed feelings. I'm definitely pretty mixed about it. I think you're too far along, Sam. I think I know what you mean. Yeah. I think it's true, right? I think it is kind of like that. I still would recommend you watch it for a date night, right? I think it's still going to be a fun date night just because I want you to have date night, so that you can have some fun as well. But I don't know. There was a part of me that hoped. I think maybe that's what it is as well. There's a part of me that hoped that this movie would change something. It definitely did feel to me, at the very least, that there was a little bit of a change in the way that I came out of it. We did. Should we tell them about our papers? Yeah. Papers are papering. Let's say it just in so many words, I guess. Ooh. Ooh. Moonlight. Official. Yeah, I'm affected. I'll say that much. Maybe that's what makes a good movie. Me and Joe did end up talking about it a little bit. I think something that could have really made that movie incredible is if they had actual footage, right? Unreleased footage. Footage straight from the government given to the studio in order to show us something that we haven't seen before. So what are we talking about? We're talking about Disclosure Day a little bit, friend. I don't go to the movies much, but I have been to the movies a few times since being in America. Now, yeah, 2 times, a few times. And the first movie that we watched was Animal Farm, a while back now. And Animal Farm is a very big, like, literature familiarity to most Americans. I never read Animal Farm, so watching the movie was a new experience to me. And I enjoyed it for the most part. I felt like it was definitely interesting as a perspective, right? To think about the way we co-opt, the way power gets centralized, the way centralized power begets exploitation, the way exploitation begets consequences, right? And this movie, I feel, I don't know. I don't know if there were any consequences. It didn't seem like there were any consequences. Right? Like if aliens are real, maybe that's the way that I can frame this thing that I'm thinking. If aliens are real, and there are people out there being paid to hide them, right? Why? again, not a spoiler or something that I think all of us can kind of come to the conclusion of. These companies, these governments, these three-lettered agencies are under the assumption, and maybe they have done tests, they have run the simulations, that if the average human being had to know with absolute certainty that we're not alone, that it would uproot the entire society that we're in. It would change things so irreversibly that the world might collapse, right? I am unconvinced. But I think it's also because I have an openness to my way of engaging with the world that might allow me to hold the idea that aliens are real without being intimidated by it. And then the consequences thing that I talked about. Will there be any? If it does come out, if we do find out that there is a lot more going on in this world than we have been led to believe, are we going to be mad about it? Are we going to be happy to have known? Are we going to learn something that we didn't know about ourselves? I think the movie definitely did touch a little bit on the religious aspect of our existence, right? And I feel like there was a little bit of shoehorning going on, at least in my mind. I don't want to spoil that part either. I don't think it is a spoiler, even if I did tell you, but I'll leave it up to consideration. If there are aliens and there are people being paid to hide them, why? Well, there's an abundance of reasons, but the chief reason is public hysteria. Yep. The reason after that is safety. There you go. I think me and Sam are on the same page. Again, like in that way, it's not a spoiler to talk about this stuff because I think that is the general consensus. Mass hysteria. I'm an old manually alleged. In an old manual allegedly tied to the KGB, it noted that there are numbers of hostile species with interests in this planet. Yeah, multiple different ones. I've seen that manual too. I have read it extensively. What's the matter, baby? I'll just give you the joke you want to tell. Oh, what's the matter? Tell me. Come and sit here with me, baby, and tell me what's going on. Has life been unkind? Have your dreams unsettled your mind? I sure know mine did, at least. But in having these things happen to me, I also, and I think that's the secondary, that's the B plot of this experience that we're having right now. I feel very unregulated. I don't know if it's the sugar, it might be. I feel like really, like, ugh, I feel like that.
How many large ices did you have yesterday? 4.
4. Probably I had like 200 grams of sugar. I don't know, I hope not. But it was too much. It was way too much. Dan, I was thinking about you, dude. Just this morning. When will it be revealed, Dan? We're talking about aliens today, but I'm talking to you directly and asking, when will it be? Yeah, there we go, Braza. Call me real quick after stream. I was actually intending to, so we can have some conversations. Yes. Yes, conversations will be had. Let me see. Now, I'm not quiet about how fun this race is of enslaving itself. Imagine how frothing at the mouth humanity as a whole would get if they found out it was more than just us out there. It's like all of those extra slaves.
Like, seriously, religions would. Like, that's the biggest problem is religion.
Religion would to have a field day. Right. They did actually touch that line in the movie yesterday.
Yeah, I feel like I really just. I'm like. I feel like that movie was Steven Spielberg giving his opinion on what would happen if.
Yeah.
It's just Steven Spielberg's opinion on
He did-
what he thinks might be happening.
He did have a very hopeful opinion as well. Like that last scene, and I won't spoil it, but if that was real, there would just be bullets flying
Yeah.
until there's nobody. That's all I'll say.
There'd be bullets flying.
Yeah, like I'm gonna mute myself quickly. You could have read my mouth if you're good at it, you know. But then you spoiled for yourself. You could just avert your gaze. Do the aliens have alien balls? I don't know. Dan asks. I don't know. It would be kind of like a bummer if I can't make ligma jokes at the aliens.
It's assuming that they would be like biological reproduction.
They would clone themselves, kind of thing. Yeah, but they need balls.
Like, I don't know.
You said you me?
Sure. I was wondering if I wanted to get myself anything
To drink.
well,
You want to drink some of this?
kind of.
Have some. Have some this. Kaffe. Mm-hmm. Eats a sponge donut.
This is good coffee. You make coffee good.
Lekker. We made some of that protein pudding as well. As soon as Lone Buffalo is here, we'll celebrate with them. We haven't had it technically. We just kind of tasted it, you know, like batter style.
Like 4 eggs, 2 scoops of protein powder,
Some cream
cream. Is that it?
and a little bit of salt.
A little bit of salt. I wonder what it would be like with chia powder. Make it
You can
like
cut it into bars.
Hey, it's not a bad idea.
You can just have like a little sliver and you can go, you can suck it up.
Delicious.
Delicious. He said something, not sponge. Yes, Endor. You're right.
Indoor.
Yes, Endor.
Outdoor?
You gonna open chat for me on your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Dan, you all right? Oh yeah, Sam. You'll see why Melty and I are chatting. All good things. There are good things coming. It's true. Is Disclosure Day awesome? Should I see it?
Who says that?
That's Dan asking. Dan, if you want my personal opinion,
It's a classic Steven Spielberg movie.
yeah, Steven Spielberg knows what he's doing.
It's Steven Spielberg. It's a movie. You can watch it.
Yeah, you're not going to see anything new.
Yeah.
I know Dan is like a big fan of the aliens as well. The way that when Sam asked me, I said that I feel this movie is made for people on this side of the spectrum, right? Where people on this side of the spectrum know aliens are real and have seen them themselves. And then there are people that don't think aliens are real and don't think they'll ever see them. And then there is this like graph, right? Where the more you see, the more you believe. But most of us are somewhere here because we haven't seen them ourselves. We still are waiting to bridge that gap, right? This movie was made for people here, not for people here. I don't
It was made for old classic Steven Spielberg. He's like 84 years old, right? An 84-year-old guy made this movie. An 84-year-old, film genius, of course. Somebody who's like he knows the format. He knows exactly what he's doing. He has a
formula.
A formula. It's very formulated, I think, as far as a movie goes.
It's true.
Emotionally charged. There was emotional scenes that were like, you know that the scenes are there to make you feel something emotional or connect to. I think it was a movie that like he really tried to connect to the audience, like cast as wide of a net as he could.
Yeah, I think you're right in that. I think it's good that people are watching it, but
it puts the metaphysical or the less understood more on the forefront of minds, right? I think alien stuff already is on the forefront of many people's minds. More so, it's a lot more widely accepted now than it was 10, 15, 20
Yeah.
years ago.
20 years ago, sorry for interrupting you. If you were a scientist or, someone in a high position and you were like, I'm going to research UFOs now, you would just get fired,
yeah,
lose
right.
your job, never get a job again.
And now they're like, I'm going to hire the lead singer of Blink 182 for the government to research aliens.
It's like, you what now? Are you sure we're not living in a simulation?
No, you totally.
Yeah. So what I'll recommend then is wait until it's out on the movies, like I want to say discs. Yes.
Discs.
Wait until it's out on DVD, bro.
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray before you go watch it. Religion would have a field day. Oh yeah. They all think they're demons. Funny shit. There are no aliens here. They would have to be from a planet physically the same as Earth to survive. Think deep sea life. They die instantly at sea level, even though it's still on Earth. Perry Wolf, I think if they're here, they probably have the technology to like biologically edit themselves even to be compatible with like Earth atmosphere and stuff like that. But I don't know, Prairie. What if they made some kind of AI creature to come down to us? That's what's visiting us. That's literally what I've said to Joe.
What is it?
The AI fractal, like
Yeah.
they're not aliens in the way that we think of them. They're just the drones of the aliens. And for me, the fact that they keep pushing, and I think that's also where I was a little bit resistant in really committing to the movie. They keep pushing that there are biologics.
I know. That's the thing that gets me.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying at the beginning. It's like that. Why? That's assuming that it's a biological entity.
And that's the part I'm like very unconvinced of.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that consciousness can maybe perhaps exist on another.
If we're gonna, sorry for interrupting you, and I think I'm on the same note as you are. If you're gonna watch an alien movie this year, watch Project Hail Mary, not Disclosure Day.
That one's cute.
Yeah. Like I feel like if what you want is aliens, you want Project Hail Mary. You don't want Disclosure Day, all right? Because like the way the aliens are presented, like, and there's very little aliens technically even. I don't know if that's a spoiler.
Thousands.
Yeah, true. But I was talking about Disclosure Day, like the actual. I think the alien.
Disclosure Day. There's no.
Yeah, the alien runtime was like what, 3 minutes? If it's 3 minutes, maybe that's a spoiler.
Really? Yeah, that's true. It does heavily follow the human, and there is. I mean, I don't want to give any spoilers.
Yeah, it's a human experience, of course. Like every single one of us, if aliens are real, are going to have to experience the realness of aliens through the lens of our own humanity.
I don't know. I think it's interesting that we're experiencing it through Hollywood, right? I mean, it is an entertainment. We're experiencing it through the form of entertainment.
The formula thing that you mentioned as well.
Yeah, it's so formulated. So I don't know. I had a train of thoughts of things to say, but I'm slow this morning.
I feel really slow as well. I don't know if it's the sugar or if it's the sleep lag that we're fighting right now. And who's to say they didn't come from a similar planet? There's a planet 1.3 times Earth size that is very similar to ours, just about 100,000 light years away. That's one of the ones that we want. I get chia pets to eat the chia seeds.
The thing that I'm thinking, chia pets, I would love to have a chia pet. I cannot grow chia seeds.
I
just can't do it.
Just imagining something wrong with Dan. Like he's like, yeah, come little pet.
Have you ever had a chia pet?
No.
You know what a chia pet is? Yeah, those things are. You can never get it to work.
You can just grow the little mini greens, right?
And you can eat it.
Nice.
Chia sprouts.
Yeah,
no. Sorry. I'm just thinking about how aliens keep on getting depicted as like biological entities, something that we can observe on like this plane or dimension or whatever it is that our seeable eyes can observe. And like there's other energies out there. There's other things that we can't perceive. And in my mind, if there's going to be a form of consciousness that exists that's higher than ours, I don't think it's going to be on this like seeable plane. It's not going to be a biological entity. It's going to be bigger than that.
No.
And maybe like through tech that we don't quite understand that's pulling from things that we can't, our humans' brains can't quantify or fathom. It maybe that is a, say, like, that would be the way that, in my mind, hypothetically, would try to think that they would communicate. I don't know. All theories.
We watched Plaything, season 7, episode 4 of Black Mirror, just the night before.
I liked that
yesterday.
one a lot.
That one was really good, right? And it's also same, but different.
That was, I feel like I'd seen it before.
Maybe you are sent back from the future.
Like, whenever I saw it, I'm like, yeah, this makes sense. 100% this makes sense. Like, duh. This
Too
is what
much
I've been trying to
sense.
say.
Makes too much sense. Where it's like, oh no, are we doing that right now? Probably. Man, I feel like I got chopped down by that sugar. I don't think I want to see the actual aliens. I want to see their crafts in action, though. There's a little bit of that. But again, if you want to see crafts in action, watch Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, that one really did spaceships cool.
Very cool spaceship. Yeah, that alien spaceship is insane. Really insane.
Yeah.
Way cooler than I think the stuff you'll see.
You might want to watch it on like 1.5x speed. That movie's long.
Yeah, there's a lot of suspense building. There's a lot of like fluff. But it's good. I don't know. Have you seen that one, Dan?
It's my nephew's favorite movie. You can take
Maybe don't.
kiddos to see it.
I should. It's not on in cinemas anymore, but I was thinking, you see my wounds.
Is that a boo-boo?
Yeah, I got boo-booed by this freaking sugar, I think. Maybe wait, Dan. Don't watch Project Hail Mary. I don't think I want to see the actual aliens. Movies that approach aliens are a reality often, as a reality often do not do well. I'm thinking of The Fourth Kind, specifically underrated and surprisingly engaging.
The Fourth Kind freaked me out. Oh my gosh, we should watch that movie.
I don't know if I've seen that one, actually.
I saw it, and I didn't understand at the time what it was. I'll just say that. I went in, again, knowing it was about something kind of unsettling, but I watched it with my mom and my sister, and it was just a movie that was on. We're like, oh, aliens. Watch this movie. And I went to bed like, it's meant to be unsettling. It's meant to be like almost a horror film.
An alien movie that had that effect on me was The Mist.
I've not seen The Mist.
Where I was also like, oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Maybe I am scared of aliens.
I think The Fourth Kind did it well. I think The Fourth Kind did exactly what that movie was supposed to do, which was supposed to scare you.
Scare you a little bit.
Scary.
Thank you for the recommendation, Sam. That'll be with the next one we'll have to watch. Dang, they spend all that time, energy to visit a place similar to Earth. Again, Prairie, if you think about it from a scientific perspective, right, there's literally humans today, scientists, that study chimpanzees, that study apes, studies bonobos, studies macaques, right? Because in studies possums, in studying dirt, we are understanding the fundamentals of what eventually became ourselves, right? And now if you're a species so advanced that you have moved past this point in your evolution by thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of years, coming back to a planet like this will give you a lot of insight, all right, that you might not be able to have otherwise. I caught sight of one opening a portal and disappearing through it one night a few months ago. I saw the big-ass blue door open in the sky. I swear to God. Oh my goodness. Yes, Sam. You're gonna roll your eyes at this movie then, in that case. Nah, dude. I'm waiting for it to come out on Betamax. Which one is that? The...
Not Blu-max. Or Blu-ray. Betamax.
Betamax? Is that a joke?
I think so. I'm not sure what Betamax is.
I think Betamax was what they called the fluffy robot in Big Hero 6.
B Max.
Okay, my bad. Close enough. Is it in Betamax?
Pretty sure it's B Max.
It's all in the hips. It's
Oh.
all in the hips. Morning, everyone. I'm also not sure. We got Darren here too. Hello, Darren. This is how I think they made us, Tomo says. Dan being saying, Prairie, why do we spend so much time and energy visiting the gorillas in the jungle? I love how me and Dan were like on the same note of that. Why do we spend so much time and energy going to the moon? A literal ball of dust. Exploration. Because we explore, yeah. You come in here and say the same thing every time, and now you're removing our comments. Bye. Sam is clearing the space of any of the debris. Ah, very unique. Does that person come here every day and say that?
Not no more.
No more Tomo. Nice. So today I'll get myself an early birthday gift. I will go to the Fifth Avenue Lego store and get the Luke Skywalker X-Wing.
Fun.
Then I will watch the whole trilogy and build that yawn.
That's good.
That does
That's
seem
actually super fun.
like
That sounds
a lot
like
of
a
fun.
good day.
Yeah.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. His birthday is in the 21st, so it's coming up soon. You remember that part in Hercules where he's swimming down through the underworld to save Meg, and he like gets older and older as he's like reaching? That is what is. Oh, Hercules. That is what it's gonna take to retrieve that guy from that place I just sent him. Nice. Oh, I've seen Project Hail Mary, but not Disclosure Day. You've seen the good one. You've seen the good alien movie.
Good choice, Nancy.
Yeah. What are your views on moving to another planet for survival if we get attacked by aliens? My views are that we'd all die.
My hope is that like I get taken by an alien who takes as good of care of me as I do my bird. Like as I have my pets. I think that's karma.
Yeah. I would probably relentlessly irritate them. You'd
be Noodle.
I'd be the Noodle in that case. Be like just running around underneath their feet like, what's happening up there? Is something happening up there? Not because I want to eat something like Noodle wants, but because I want to learn something. Like, can you teach me how to fly a spaceship? And they're like, no, you can't fly the fucking spaceship. You would fly us into a planet or something. I'm like, come on, dude, come on. I won't fly us into a planet. It's like, these things are too fast. Oh, you might think you're not flying us into a planet, but then before you know it, there's a planet right in front of you. You can't. Like, come on, aliens, please. And then they drop me on some sort of alien planet.
They're like, I'm going to take him to the human pound. I'm done with this one.
You stay here now. Don't come back. Sounds good, dang. We get old because we stop playing. Get that Lego and play. I actually have a little Lego set that I've been meaning to build. Maybe we can do that together. Could be a fun exercise that we can do sometime in an undisclosed future. Someone gave me a Chia Homer Simpson for Christmas one year. The public transportation system train. Here is Bart. I decided I would just leave it on the train. That's cute. So there's also an Earth-like planet that is significantly larger than Earth with our oceans. While our ocean is a little bit less than 4 kilometers deep, this planet has oceans that are 1,000 kilometers deep.
That's crazy.
Hearing that word, it's like, oh, fascinating, 1,000 kilometer deep oceans. And at the same time, there's just this horrifying version of me that's like, oh,
what's in there? Like, what kind of stuff is in there?
Technically, because of the pressure.
Nothing.
Probably.
And it's just like space and full of water.
But still scary, I'll say. It's so deep that the bottom layers are solid water. Not from freezing, but from the immense pressure. You get different types of ice. Water is very weird in that way, where water has hundreds of different states.
You hit it. Like if it was in a block, you'd just touch it and you wouldn't be able to like put your finger in.
You go down of your submarine and you just hit something clear. You can like still see through it. Who even knows? Yo, legendary scroll. Who is it? It's Lone Buffalo. Hey, bro. We made ourselves some protein pudding. It slaps.
Dude, it is so good.
It works. I instead of like scrambling my eggs by themselves, I put some cream with the eggs, blended it really fine, and then put it on very low heat. and then kept like swishing it, swishy, and
Like
then
eggnog.
it literally eggnog. He smelled like custard when I
You
added
made
it.
custard.
I basically made custard, yeah, and then put that in the
And it's
blender.
sugar free, right? Is that
Yeah.
sugar free?
The only sugar that's in there is the flavorants of the protein powder. So
Yeah.
no honey that I added at least.
It's like dumb delicious.
It's very good.
You eat that whole thing and then have an upset stomach tomorrow.
No, you shouldn't.
All that protein and
Protein
fiber
and-
and everything.
there's
Is there
no-
any
no
fiber?
fiber
No
in it.
fiber. It's just protein.
Protein and egg. Yeah, protein powder and egg and a little bit of cream.
Wouldn't that
so
make
fat.
your tummy like do some things?
Not for me. My body personally really adopts well to just eating pure protein. Like the fractal of like your belly is gonna have problems. Like
Not problems necessarily, but like results.
even not like with protein, especially when I'm in ketosis, it's so efficient with it that I don't have to go to the bathroom anymore, kind of thing. Might be TBI, TMI, too much information.
You don't get like stopped up.
Nope. Fortunately not. We got Gabby Goo here too. Hey Gab, saying good morning, immortal interdimensional infinite beings temporarily occupying bone and flesh shoot meat vehicles. Hey, Mr. Immortal interdimensional infinite being yourself. It's nice having you here with us as well. Gabby Goo, how you doing this morning, bro?
We were talking about you this morning, Goober.
I think I had a dream about Dan. How about that, Gabs? That's very synchronous, dude. Dan is going to enter this mind space that we're in, more and more so. I've got my Nord Curl back extension machine yesterday. It's very useful so far. Just 2 more equipment pieces to go, and my gym is complete.
Nice.
That's sick, Lone Buffalo. You're hitting all of the stuff. We got Sam with the mist was such shit. I can't believe I paid to see that absolute trash. I watched it on the laptop as like a 12-year-old or something. And it was kind of shit, TBH. But it still did mess with me where I was like...
I don't know anything about it even. I know that there's mist.
I think
there's
the
probably
movie's,
people in it too.
Yeah, the movie's premise is like everybody is in a convenience store or a grocery store or something.
And then the mist happens.
And then the mist happens.
And then like, what happens when you go into the mist? You die.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. People try and exit, and then like imagine you watch a person disappear into the mist, and then you hear them scream, and you hear their bodies being torn apart, kind of thing. And you're like, oh my goodness, I want to stay inside here. And then the creatures from the mist start like cocooning humans. Like imagine like massive spider bugs that go inside people's bodies, and
Oh, that's gross.
it's not cool. And then this little family does eventually escape, right? And then they just like drive into the mist, and as they drive into the mist, they see things, right, coming past the car. Like the end of it, I think that's why she thought it was shit, because the end of it is one of the worst endings to a movie I've ever seen. And I think it's okay for me to spoil it, because it is like
a movie that's been out for
it's
10
like
years.
17 years old or something. But like this family, this guy with his wife and kid, and I think her mother or something like that, he drives out into this middle of nowhere. He has a revolver. I think he already shot 2 of the bullets, so he only has 3 left on like a 5-round magazine. And then they run out of fuel in the middle of the mist, and then he shoots.
Bummer. What? Just blindly?
No. Unfortunately, with his eyes wide open, shoots his own wife and kid and the mother, and leaves himself, because there's no more bullets in his gun, in the car, waiting to be eaten by these mist monsters. And then the next scene is the military coming past his car, trying to take care of the mist creatures. So like he didn't have to do that.
That's fucked.
Like, yeah, really fucked. That movie was not okay. That movie messed me up. I was like, dude, I don't know if that's cool. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, Sam, I get it. That's actually really interesting, Dan. I heard of that planet, but I didn't know we had so much knowledge about it. I remember that. Betamax. Betamax was before HVS. I also don't know what that was before.
Tape.
Oh.
You know what a VHS
He was joking about the whole disc in.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll get it on We'll get it on film stock.
I guess Betamax wasn't long enough for me to.
There is Betamax of media format like DVD and Blu-ray. It was higher quality, but it didn't take off. It was these massive discs, actually. Yeah, I'm now on the same page. Can you read me, please? I have questions.
Oh, Logan's back.
Hey, Logan, you've been read. Ask your questions, friend. Betamax is the competitor that eventually lost out to VHS tapes. Same tech. It's a video cassette tape from the 80s. I'm now on the same page. Was the robot from Big Hero 6 called Betamax, though?
I'm pretty sure that was B-Max.
Might have been B-Max. You should have found. Hey, Google. Hey, Google.
You're going to activate everybody's Google.
I'm trying to, but it's not listening.
That one is.
Hey, Google, what is the robot from...
Big Hero 6.
Hey, Google. What is the robot from Big Hero 6 called? I got it here as well, actually. Baymax.
Baymax. Not B-Max.
Baymax. I was close. Beta, Bay. Speaking of Darren, I flipped my indoor garden to flowering photo period today. What's up? My indoor peppers, of course. They're already 3 feet tall. You're going to grow the thickest peppers, dude.
Them peppers
My
be
peppers
thick.
are popping. Would you be happy to be smoked? Smoked peppers are very delicious if you're going to make sauces out of them, of course. Pepper smoker? I don't think so. Smoking hot peppers. If anyone has an interest in unsettling alien movies, I recommend Solaris. There we go. That's another good one. Did I see the Bobby Pickle bump in? We have so many friends. Please, no spam, sweetie. Indeed. Hi. We got Canna saying hi to Rose. Sir, spam a lot is a no-no. I added a half a cup of walnut and a half a cup of almond for some fat, fiber, and nutrients. And a large protein bolus should not mess with your stomach. Yeah, there it is. It shouldn't. That's not a bad idea. I toasted some almonds the one day, and then my little air fryer didn't ting when the timer got to the tinging point. And then suddenly I was like, why is something smelling like it's getting really toasty up in here? And then I ran to that thing, and those walnuts were over toasted.
Oh, you put those on it.
And then I blitzed them, made them a powder, and then I put a little bit of that over our protein pudding. So
yeah, I was thinking flaxseed too. We got hemp protein powder. Yeah, hemp protein powder and flaxseed as well. If you wanted to add any kind of fiber or anything, or chia seeds.
Yeah, we also have prebiotic fiber in there too. So
yeah, you can like sprinkle some chia seeds on top of it to give it like a nutty flavor and add some fiber.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping at the very least that
there's also protein in chia seeds, but they're like highly fibrous, soluble fiber.
I'm hoping that what I'm calling caramelized almonds add that flavor to it. You resemble that guy who played in Jurassic Park. I don't know his name. Let me see. Chris Pratt.
Hi, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, he was in the new one.
Who's the guy that Jeff Goldblum? You resemble Jeff Goldblum.
I'll take that one. That one I'll take. I ate it every day this week, and I've been quite satisfied. Nice.
Yeah, I could eat it every day. I could eat it for dessert.
You wanna bring it out? You wanna show them
what it looks like? I guess
70 grams of protein in that little bowl, right? Which is a lot. If you know how much protein the average person needs.
That's so much protein.
That's so much protein, and it's not even full.
70 grams in this little bowl. That's crazy.
There it is. See, there's the caramelized almonds that I was talking about.
This is how you get strong.
Right? I could eat this with my eyes closed.
It's delicious. And the fact that you like caramelized it, or not caramelized it, put like creme brulee over the top. That's like dessert.
Literally like dessert. I am stoked to be eating this in a moment, but I won't be eating on stream.
And it's scrambled eggs.
Yeah, lightly scrambled eggs, not like over scrambled. They were still kind of liquidy when I took them out. Probably a probiotic mind infection from consuming Swaggart. I think you're right, bro. That's exciting, Gav. Mine are having a really good year. There's Ghost and Scorpion and Jalapeno and Bubblegum, and one called Gehas. I grow some weird peppers. Yes, bubblegum peppers. I personally also like gas. I like it a lot. May your peppers prosper in good health, Darren. Gob, are you going to make your own hot sauce?
Salsa.
I don't know if Gob is a hot sauce kind of maker. I feel like Gob is the kind of person that likes the chilies whole. Am I right, Gobs? I've actually begun making pickles from cucumbers grown in my own garden. Nice. I have outdoor peppers, but they're not very hot. Good for cooking, though. This is why I want to leave New York City, Gob. That sounds so good.
Yeah, Dan, whenever you come and visit, like, other places like this in time.
I think Dan is going to want to move to where we live as soon as he's here.
Yeah, it's
One
pretty
day.
here. And the cost of living, something that we do have a benefit of, is hella cheap.
Yeah, cheaper at the
Like-
very least. Like,
Hella cheap.
you're not going to be paying as much just to continue existing. First batch of homemade pickles. I messed up the airlock and they didn't ferment right. Plus, I used too much garlic. That's a bummer. My dog.
There's no such thing, too much garlic.
My dog Louie is cuddling with me on the couch. I'm so comfy, but getting frosted and husky hair. I'm gonna have to like wear one of those hazmat suits when I come and visit you one day, Gubs. You know, just like full plastic, rocking around in your apartment. You can grow those peppers. I never use Laserdisc, but those big ass CDs. Yeah. So much. No such thing as too much garlic. You said the same thing as prairie. That's awesome. I only get sun from the west. Makes sense.
Yep, Sam's with me.
More.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
It's like what? It's 50% garlic. It's like, yeah, it's not too much.
Not enough.
I can eat garlic with a spoon.
I seriously could. I love garlic. Garlic?
Garlic? Garlic? More? Like it? More? I know you'll have the best recommendation. I need a rubber mop for cleaning up hair. Can you drop me a link from one that you know that I know you have? I wonder if he has one. That would be funny if you made
Think of that with a husky, with a German Shepherd, with a golden retriever. You just at some point, like, what can you do when it comes to hair? The dogs that I would babysit, golden retriever and German Shepherd, like, I'm still finding hair, and I just babysat them a couple times.
Yeah, freaking Yogi Bear, Shay's dog, Joe's sister's dog.
Who's not?
That dude just looks at you sideways, and you'll have
The
hair all
goes,
over you.
just like static clings to you.
So much.
He was named after a soccer player, not Yogi Bear.
I like Yogi Bear better than giving us good news. I'm not gonna read it out loud because I don't care. I don't even care to diss on him. But that is pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I can attest that I put way too many cloves of garlic in this jar. I hope that you're still saving the garlic at the least.
Goop says that.
Yeah. You can grow in the west window. That's a good one. Sam, I don't have one because I have no carpets or rugs, just tile and vinyl. I think that's better. Better than carpets and rugs. The rubber mop with the prongs are the ones that I understand work well though. I recommend putting the chia seeds in the mixture before pouring it so they can absorb moisture and gel up. Also considered adding a little bit more milk to the recipe. We had no milk whatsoever. And I think we would have had more volume if we had some milk too.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum is the sexiest man alive. That's why I took it, Dad. I was like, fuck yeah. Yes, I do look like Jeff Goldblum. I just need to be shirtless and lay on my side. And be like all sexy about it. Cooked is like, nope, nuh-uh. Love your hairstyle, Papi Daddy.
Daddy.
Thank you, Ricardo Santos. Appreciate the love. Dog hair. Just surrender and get used to it. So what is it? What's the recipe? It's eggs with cream or milk that you scramble up a little bit. Then you put it in a blender with 2 scoops of protein and some salt. Then you blend it up and then you pour it into a bowl and you have it set. You saw, that's like basically pudding.
Oh, man.
Chocolate pudding. But yeah, make sure your protein powder is good. I think that's probably the biggest decider.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I saw people use like cocoa powder as well to give it some extra cocoa-y.
True.
But man, I bet vanilla would be great.
Like,
if you just have vanilla protein powder, that would be delicious
that's
vanilla pudding.
one of the videos that I saw as well. We did try it just like plain, like just protein powder and water to see what flavors we're working with, and
And
it
that
was
was also
still
delicious.
like, oh, this is not bad.
Depends on the protein powder, I guess. If you had shit protein powder, not good.
I think we got good stuff. I have it with my cold cappuccino, 8 fluid ounces, cold brew concentrate, whole milk, and then 1 tablespoon of honey. I eat jungle mushrooms. I'm sure you do, bro. Then 4 eggs scrambled, put it in a blender, 4 fluid ounces of milk, 2 protein scoops. There it is. Yeah, Kid D, I take great pride in ignoring your comments specifically. I try and read everybody's except for yours. Bro ignored my comments.
That one didn't get ignored.
No, I don't. No, I fucking don't ignore your comments, so. Liar. Stop lying. Oh, you must stop telling lies. I try and read your comments, Kid D. Dan, meet in India when? Gabadygoo. Sooner than you know. I'm not sleeping and my parents are still sleeping. You might have to be quiet in that case. I get an 18 pack of eggs and I scramble them with a half stick of butter, 1 fluid ounce, milk per egg, 1 scoop protein per 2 eggs. Portion it how you want, make 4 days worth of food, and then fast 1 day a week.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
We're also fasting tomorrow again, I think.
Oh, it's fast day again already.
Monday. Yeah, it came quick, I know. We did fast until Wednesday, so it feels like we've only been...
Yeah, we try to fast on Mondays. Maybe we should switch it to Wednesdays or something because...
do it somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle. That way we can food prep on the weekends.
It's not a bad idea. I buy the jars of minced garlic.
Oh, no!
To use in the shower.
For his hair, probably.
You do end up surrendering to the hair. Gobs knows. He ignored. I noticed. Now I'm ignoring more. Yes. Since you're using milk and eggs, there's a good blend of casein and egg protein. So whey is a great pick for this. It's true. We don't have whey. We have whole food based protein. So they actually use like real beef and there's salmon and rice protein.
Salmon?
Like there's
really? I didn't look at it.
Good stuff actually in that stuff. Yeah.
They make it taste like chocolate.
It tastes real chocolatey. I think the 4th largest ingredient in that stuff is cocoa.
Really?
All of it's organic too. It's nice. I've loved that I am often surprised by the combinations of word that Dan assembles. It makes me happy too, bro. It does feel like it catches you off guard more often than not. You just need a dash of creativity, Gap, and the world is your clam. Perhaps I can inspire myself by stroking my pocket corn dog. You take that back right now. You stop saying things like pocket corn dog, especially not starting with stroking. And you can't string that sentence together. That's major irregulars, I'm pretty sure. Straight to jail. I did vanilla, there you go. Lone Buffalo did vanilla actually for his pudding. Lone Buffalo did vanilla protein powder.
Nice. Yeah, I bet with the creme brulee topping would be freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's right, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe even like I would add a little bit of custard kind of thing as well, like just a little scoopy of flavor.
Yeah.
Like some custard powder. Could be a nice. I did not mean that's actually. Yes, whatever you say, Gabs. If you say so, bro. That was so sexual, bro. Optimum nutrition, vanilla, ice cream flavor, nice. I realized after I hit send and felt immediate regret. Did you hear that comment?
Was it garlic or?
No, Gabs said, perhaps I can inspire myself by stroking my pocket corn dog.
No, Joe! No.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Gob.
You should not say that sentence.
I get it.
You want to sit here? You can sit in my hot spot.
Now it's my stream.
Suddenly I look 6 times bigger as well. It's funny how that works. This is the actual size distribution between me and hers. That couch just kind of consumes lots of legs.
It's warm right here too.
Yeah, it's so hot. I'm happy that you're swapping with me actually. I did vanilla. Love is true again. After I said I regret it. Okay, Dan has been ignoring me for almost a week. Lone Buffalo, he has been. That's not true, Buff, Dan says. Look, get unignored, dude. I fast on Saturday. I sleep in, I drink water creatine, and I get all my dishes and laundry done, and then I stretch out and I walk. I decompress from the week.
Nice.
It's
Sounds like
wildly
a great
healthy and
routine.
satisfying. It really does sound good, bro. We're also gonna be doing some spring cleaning today, actually. It's like that. Better watch your back or get smoked, kiddy. Try oh.
Try.
Try oh. I'm gonna have to ricochet the bullets right back at you. Oh. Chat is wild as usual today. You know it, Blade. Never a dull moment in the melt streams.
Hey, Combat Journey's here. He's not Parkway anymore.
Hey, Combat Journeys. Nice having you here, friend. Welcome. Did you skip to the present moment
I did,
so you
just
can
so I
she
can
can be present and I can be in the past. Hello, sir. I'll need some ID. Police 164. You first, though. Hey, from United Kingdoms. Hello to you. Why are you gay?
Why?
Gay. Not gonna lie. Why are you gay? Those of us who had siblings growing up know this dynamic is healthy. Yeah, kick some ass out there, Sam. Kid D, imagine you're floating on a river. No. I instantly know. I know where this is going. I just see the Dan comment and I'm like, oh no. Kid D, imagine you're floating on a river in an inner tube. You're incredibly relaxed. Suddenly you feel the breeze stop. You look down to see that the river is turning to rice pudding.
What?
Is that
That's
it?
it. That's it.
You start to panic. No, there's more. You start to panic, but then you remember how hungry you are. I can eat my way out of this, you think, as the sweet pudding graces your taste buds. Don't drown yourself in the pudding. Save yourself, Kid D. Stop reading Dan's messages so you'll get caught, though. Why do you type like you brag about knowing where babies come from? Chill. Just a chill they, them. You're literally the least chill person here. There, he's probably talking to one of the troll comments. There he is. I like that orange and baby blue. That's a great color combo, Mr. and Mrs. Melt. Are y'all having a great morning? What is the topic? Today's topic is how movies influence us. And thank you for the clothing comment. We watched Disclosure Day yesterday. And was it in this week or was it last week that we watched Project Hail Mary as well?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we have been
Or maybe even 3 weeks ago.
we have been watching movies a little bit as of late, right? Getting some cultural experiences in a little by little. Ooh, I see. You haven't told your wife you were gay. Then why did I see you on Grindr?
Just a chill they them is not very chill.
Yeah, and again, if you are actively on Grindr, right?
I mean, it's clear that they're yeah.
At this point, like I've been called gay so many times, like it's lost all of its effect on me.
Nice. That's the divine unshakable aura. It's like,
Okay,
all right.
guess I'm gay or whatever. All right, ha ha ha. Let's laugh. She's beautiful.
Aw,
Aw, isn't
thank
she?
you.
It's true. Yeah. The light fades as you sink into the rice pudding. I think I missed some. He started eating the rice pudding. He didn't realize the rice pudding was laced with extreme neurotoxins. Graces your taste buds. I don't like rice pudding. Ah, Kid D says. Panic starts to set in. You sink into the rice pudding. The light fades as you sink into the rice pudding. And as you accept the inevitable and mucously vascular arm.
Muscly. That's muscly.
That's muscly. Muscly vascular arm plunges into the pudding. It's Jason Momoa. Yes. Jason
That reminds me
Momoa.
of what is it? Superstar Shia LaBeouf.
Superstar Shia LaBeouf. It's Superstar Shia LaBeouf. Yeah.
Actual superstar Shia LaBeouf.
And then him at the end, just viciously clapping hands. He just keeps scraping bits of the barrel, you guys. She's beautiful. I'm the most chilled here. Project Hail Mary was a banger. Went to the theaters with my girlfriend and saw that. It was really good. I don't know about the other movie you're talking about, but the movies definitely influences. I've been thinking, just like the amount of alien stuff that's coming out this year alone.
It's all like empathy, be gentle, be nice. Don't worry, don't be scared. That's what I keep hearing. And then some of it capitalizes like, yeah, be scared.
Be scared.
Buy this movie because you want to be scared.
You're gonna be fucking terrified very soon. Yeah, I mean, the horror movies, weirdly enough, are some of the best performing movies right now as well.
Entertainment's so interesting in that way because we just watched Black Mirror as well, and Joan is awful. It's like, why awful? Why did you choose awful? It's like because that's the one that's most engaging for people. So like our caveman minds, depending on where our brain is, like leads us to the entertainment that we want to see.
Right.
Some people want to see like Love Island. Let's watch these kiddos get on an island and meet each other and try to be the most in love. And then there's like survival, get out there, There's also like so many different forms of entertainment. And when it comes to stuff that's kind of on the forefront of our minds, like aliens, it's like we go towards each individual person goes towards the way that they want to feel about it. If you want to be scared about it, you go towards the scary movies. Project Hail Mary, I think, is one that's big for us because you and I are the kind of like anthropomorphizing kind of people, the kind of people that want to like love things, right? I don't know, and
I think you're right. Yeah, like I feel like there wasn't, and to echo on your sentiment, I didn't emotionally connect with any of the aliens presented in Disclosure Day. But I very much.
I mean, I empathized for them. There's definitely parts that were hard to watch.
Yeah, you were empathizing, but like, I wasn't feeling anything. I was just like, that's kind of yikes.
They didn't really humanize them very well.
Yeah, exactly. Where Project Hail Mary, like, I was like,
they super humanized that little robot. They gave him like human personality. The robot. I mean.
Yes, robot.
The robot, the computer that he's talking to whenever he first wakes up.
Yes. I'm on Minecraft right now, playing with some people in the Philippines. That's cool.
Pinoy.
Cute couple. Thank you, nameless to all. If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. Where did that come from then? Should I miss some context? Unfortunately, most people you talk to seem to think that they're living in a movie because they've watched so many of them. It's cringe sometimes.
Yeah, that Black Mirror episode was kind of interesting. I was wondering about like the psychosis of people like living in their own movie.
The Joan is awful one?
Right. Yeah. Especially when it comes to anyways, I don't want to get into that whole can of worms. That's a whole conversation for another day.
Yeah, I mean, we all are living our own individual stories, right? And stories are the things that get adapted into movies. So I think there might be an overlap of every life is kind of like a little movie, but it's the main character syndrome that might be the thing that you're actually cringing about, Lone Buffalo, where it's like, my way, even if it's to the detriment of everybody else's way, because it's my movie kind of thing. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? Can't you have any pudding? How can you? I mean, at least the pudding is basically protein as well, right? It's like meat adjacent.
Like, yeah, eat your pudding or you can't have any meat. Like eat your macros or you can't have any fun dinner.
So fucking weird. Oh my goodness. Dan keeps going with the rice pudding. Suddenly the Rock from Moana is here too. Keep eating, the Rock says. More, says Momoa. I need to stop. Brother, your content's amazing.
Jason Momoa should have been what's his name? Maui. That would have been a good Maui. Better than The Rock.
Oh, you're right. For some reason, The Rock and Jason Momoa was the same person in my mind for a second.
I think The Rock tries to be Jason Momoa.
The Rock is doing spins in his
He's dead.
He just died and he's doing spins in his grave. Finally, you see the pudding consistency dissipate. No, brother, your content is amazing. Nice camera, background, voice. Come India. Thank you, friend. Thank you. One day I'll come to India. Promise. Pinky promise. I do actually want to go to India.
I do too.
He reaches into his pocket. Out comes a can of Spam. You accept it graciously as Jason hops on his surfboard and disappears on the horizon. Lone Buffalo saying, MeltMore, What are your thoughts on GLP-1s? I
He
think
says lekker.
I think they're cool tools, right? GLP-1s are just one of the peptides that are going to be taking our world by storm, right? A peptide is essentially the step between your basic amino acid building blocks and the actual proteins that they end up assembling, right? So when you inject yourself with peptides, it's like sending a signal to all of your proteins that are attached to cells that tell them to act in a certain way. GLP-1s essentially tell your gut to stop processing as much, right? Slows down your digestive tract and also sends a signal of satiety. So if you have a problem with eating 3,000 calories a day and you're still viciously hungry afterwards, then taking a peptide could be very helpful. What about collagen peptides? Apparently they're great. They're just very expensive right now. Pixvox. I would like to be taking collagen peptides as well, but they're like it's gonna be $60 extra a month that I'm gonna be putting in my body that I don't have right now. But maybe at some point.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that do take the collagen peptides and stuff.
It helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does help. It's been proven out to help. It's good for your skin, it's good for your guts, it's good for your
What do the collagen peptides do?
it's essentially in the same way as normal peptides that you inject in your body. It gives your body the building blocks to essentially like collagen itself isn't something that your body can that easily use. However, a collagen peptide is the precursor step to your body producing its own collagen kind of thing as well.
Okay.
You can still
I was
get
gonna say, like, does eating collagen
yes,
like doesn't
eating enough protein, for example.
yeah.
Eating enough protein gives your body all of the building blocks it needs to make its own collagen as well. But collagen peptides just gives you that stuff directly.
It tells you your body like to make it.
Well, I think I'm pretty cool with peptides, right? I don't know how they're going to end up influencing the average person, but because they're naturally produced by our bodies, I do envision them becoming very cheap eventually. And I do envision them having a lot of power, giving people the power back to kind of like just suppress their relentless hunger, for example. It could also be negative, but it also is saving people from other addictions. I don't know if you've seen that, Lone Buffalo. Tell me what you think about that. The fact that people take GLP-1s and then they stop smoking, or they stop drinking, or they stop doing hard drug kind of thing as well. Bless you again. Thank you for the love, dear friend. You're going to need to send him 2 first-class tickets to go to India. First class. Yasi, Nancy.
First class.
Nancy, I want Nancy as a manager, actually. I would have been okay just with any tickets, but Nancy is going to be arguing for first class. The Truman Show kind of does have that vibe. The meat pudding line is from Pink Floyd song. India. I'm afraid of taking it and failing to eat enough protein and enough healthy food. Just Red Bull and Pop Tarts. I mean, again, Lone Buffalo, if it's something you do start taking, realize that it is something you can stop taking. The cool thing about these GLPs or any peptide is that as soon as you stop sending that signal, it goes away, right? And that's some people think that's a bad thing because if you have bad habits, for example, and then you start taking peptides, and you don't need to eat this much.
Catch it back up with
Yeah, and you keep those bad habits. As soon as you stop doing it, you're gonna go straight back to the bad habits, right? So what you could use the GLP-1s for is lose the weight, and in the losing of the weight, because you don't have that ceaseless craving, start establishing better patterns, right? Like meal prepping for yourself, like
making sure you're not using them as a crutch for one, like being aware, like going into it that you're not using it as a crutch. I imagine it's still probably harder than, speaking that. It's harder than it sounds, I'm sure. But changing a habit, changing a rhythm, it's not an easy thing to do. But creating good habits and setting yourself up for a better future, like setting your future self up for success, that would be the goal.
What I'd recommend as well, Lone Buffalo, is that if you're going to be considering starting to use peptides, wait a little bit longer because there's better ones coming out, right? Ozempic and Wegovy are like GLP-1s. Then there's like Zepbound and Tirzepatide, I think the other one is called, as like GLP-2s. And then there's going to be a third generation coming out very soon. It's called GLP-3s. And they have the added benefit. They slow down your satiety hormones, they speed up your energy metabolism, and they something else as well. I forgot the third one, but it already is showing that it's possible for us to lose weight and build muscle at the same time with these new ones. So wait for retatrutide.
Pixfox.
That's going to be the next one.
Comments are coming from up above. Scroll up. That's where we're reading from.
I'm showing up slowly but surely. I feel like an asshole when I say so. Maybe I'm being a dick. Let me know if this is the case, but I'm like, maybe just calorie deficit and run instead. It's not that easy for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the individual. Some people might have back issues. It might be hard for people to run. Some people don't know how to run.
Just for me, the big thing is
like the proper form in running. So like some people, if you don't have that like that knowledge, that awareness of like proper form when running, you can actually hurt yourself running. I've seen some, it's funny, like, don't judge me. I was on a TikTok scroll. It's just like, and on one of my TikTok strolls, I was seeing like clips of people voluntarily being like, yeah, I don't jump. I don't know how to jump, or I don't know how to run. And people don't know how to jump or run. Like, it's weird. It's funny. It's like they're uncoordinated. They just don't have that motor function skills. And like they're normal people. They just
don't have the practice.
They just didn't have any reason to do that ever. And so they're like, yeah, how do you run properly? And they're like, their form is just so goofy. So if you don't have the awareness on how to do it correctly, then like building that skill and that awareness and that understanding sometimes might be, just depending on the individual, might be a lot more effort than they're willing to put in. You know, calorie deficits are hard. Fasting is not easy. It puts you in a cranky mood. So if you have all of this stuff going on around you anyways, it already puts you in like an irritable mood. Like, I guess I give grace to those who don't want to run, because running's not necessarily fun. I've tried to get you to run with me.
Yeah, I'm not a runner. I dance. I can like put my heart rate up there, but running itself is very uncomfortable, especially for me. It's the heat. It's like I'm constantly building heat inside myself, and
body types are important too. Yeah, I don't build heat. Like I have to run to build heat.
Yeah, I build heat really quickly. So one thing that I'll say, Dan, why you might be considered an asshole for saying that, is just the
how
personal.
Much there could be to consider.
No, well that too, but I was thinking about the one aspect. Like it's not even that much. It's just the aspect of the relentless inner dialogue, right? When you're in a calorie deficit, at least for me, that becomes all-consuming. You can think of nothing else. You can literally not focus your mind. You can't envision a future. And if you're envisioning a future, you're envisioning a future where you're eating pizza again, or eating burgers, or eating pretzels.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying you can't not think of it, because you definitely can. It just puts into perspective just like how loud of a signal that is. Yeah, it's just like calling it wants your attention. It is an interesting
it's like having a fire siren going off in your head, but it's like, I want to eat, I want to eat, I want to eat.
How you satisfy the brain by like going on and looking up recipes and
scrolling food TikTok or something, right? And that's the cool thing about these compounds, is they silence that signal. That's what they're supposed to do, literally, right? Peptides are signaling hormones. Now suddenly you don't have that signal screaming at you, eat more, eat more, eat more, which is a big deal. What is collagen peptides? Go and search it up, Lone Buffalo. You'd probably find that interesting as well. It's like the precursor chemicals that helps your body build peptides, essentially. They started making vegan collagen now with modified tobacco plants. Very cool.
Interesting.
I looked into the Wolverine stack. There's more peptide stuff. I can afford it, but it likely won't help my spine. Perhaps the deep core muscles in my spine could strengthen. And again, there's going to be more coming out, Lone Buffalo. We're basically at the floodgates of all of these peptides hitting the market over the next 5 years. So I do envision you having maybe different tools. Maybe there's going to be a specific spine peptide that we know helps with spinal regeneration specifically. And it's just a matter of time at this point. Sounds like the gloop they ate in the Matrix. That's an understated link to your brain and your gut. Yeah, there's an understated link to your brain and your gut. As the old adage goes, trust your gut. Your brain is insanely intelligent. Far, far greater than your conscious brain. Oh, yeah. I'm waiting on the sun to come out so I can go on my motorcycle.
Fun.
Have fun. GLPs give people lizard brain. I don't know about that, but I
There
mean,
might be a GLP-1 that could do that. Probably not.
GLP-1 is like
That's-
specifically the gut pathway.
Yeah.
But maybe. Are you on Twitch too? Where are those messages coming from? I'm reading them from the top, friend. Breathing, walking, throwing, etc. takes an insane amount of spot physical calculations.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
Brian Johnson uses peptides too. That's one of those guys that's also into the longevity movement. That millionaire that's like spent $2 million a year on testing himself and stuff. I think he's probably doing peptides, but he's very open about what he's doing. He tried, I think, CJC, which is like growth hormone peptides, and he stopped doing them because his health metrics weren't healthy. But there is a lot more information coming out right now. A lot of people are doing them and sharing their results online. Reduce calories to what? From what?
I think we're missing context.
Yeah, I'm seeing some messages too. Sounds like you guys have been getting into a lot of alien movies. Are you ready for the invasion? I'm ready to learn from them. Look at the slow motion running of like Olympic runners. It's insane how they propel themselves, and you can see it in the slow
I love
motion.
that stuff. Yeah, the form in which they do it, like they like use like gravity and inertia to. It's just crazy. Yeah, how they.
Like it's almost like their bodies are machines, right? That they know how to use. Like they did that.
They have optimized and efficiently like move their body. How like to the T.
Right,
They do
every
it.
millisecond of movement counts. We got Nancy being like, keep us updated, Melt, on the peptide numbers. Me talking about the 1, 2, 3 stuff. Yeah, I'm happy to, Nancy. I really do find this stuff like super fascinating. And that's horrible advice. The eat less and run more. Yeah, I would like to run more, but unfortunately my knees and Achilles are pretty messed up. I'm not a young man anymore. I'm 37.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm not old, but in martial art years it adds up.
It's true because like running is high impact on the knees. So people like my dad wouldn't be, well, my dad does run a lot, but he's also got knee problems. And so that could be contributing to his
messes
knees.
with him, exactly. He is 72 though, which also adds like a little whoa. We got Dan being like, I don't think that's horrible advice, Buff. I can absolutely understand that it's not a good advice for everyone, but calorie deficit plus cardio is absolutely good advice for weight loss.
It will definitely help you lose weight. Like that is like cause and effect.
We got Lil Buffalo being like, not really. You do lose muscle as well with running. That's the other thing. So you can lose weight, but you might end up losing a lot of muscle as a result as well.
Depends on what you're going for.
It's just ignorant of the underlying mechanisms, not even going to unpack the ableism and the psychological and socio-economical impacts. Yeah, I think Lone Buffalo is dealing with like some spinal issues as well. So running is like almost completely out of the issue for him. Walking is better than running for cardio. Sprints are better than running. Weightlifting is better than running. Calorie deficit is an oversimplification. Doing 10 squats has now been proven to be better than a 30-minute walk as well, right? So in that way, you can get most of your benefits just from squatting a little bit. Yeah, the girl that escaped from North Korea, that wasn't Joe Rogan, said that they thought about most food because what they thought about most was food because they were all starving. They just imagine and dream about eating. It sounds rough.
Gosh.
Can you imagine, dude? Walking is better. Yep. Reduce calories to what? From what? Okay, Buffalo. Sorry that I offended you. I think you know that there are reliable ways to figure out what calorie deficit is based on personal body metrics. I think, like the way that I am understanding both of your points, Dan and Lone Buffalo, is that Dan is right on the level that if you want to lose weight, one of the ways to do that is to eat less calories and to run, right? That's absolutely true. However, what I think Buffalo's point is that advice has existed for the last 60 years, right? Everybody and their mom knew for the last 60 years that if you run and eat less calories, you would lose the weight. However, just because we've known that hasn't made it any easier to implement. And now for the first time ever, we are using peptides, which are like by all accounts basically miracle drugs, and they are helping people lose weight, right? Faster than any advice of run and eat less calories have ever been able to allow people to.
There's more to it than the losing weight part, though. I mean, like, weight loss can be healthy and weight loss can be unhealthy. It depends on what you're doing and what you're going for. Yeah, running and calorie deficit will help you lose weight, but that is also something that I also think can be something very unhealthy. Say somebody who's got like severe body dysmorphia and they're trying to continue to lose weight, that's going to be something that's going to deteriorate their organs.
Yeah, it's true.
Right. So yeah, Dan's right. It will help you lose weight, and you can use that as a skill or like a what's the word I'm looking for? Strategy, method to lose weight. But there's ways to do it that I think are more beneficial as well, depending on your circumstance. Your circumstance is highly like it's so important to what is it, you know, whether or not that's good for you. For me, I think I can run and go into a calorie deficit and use that in a healthy way, but I can also use it in an unhealthy way. You know, just depends. The answer always is it depends.
I think me and you will probably do other peptides before we ever start doing the GLP ones, right? Like that's the thing you don't have to. I'm just talking about the perspective of like that's not necessarily the tool me and you need, right? Because we already have done a lot of.
I like running. It does a lot of other things for me. So yeah,
like, there will be peptides that will help your body be better at like oxygen extraction, maybe like strengthen your lungs in some way. So the same run that you like going on suddenly feels blissful now instead of being exhausting, kind of thing.
Oh, my runs are blissful.
I'm just
okay. I hear you. I'm making it personal.
I'm giving perspective from like we don't. It's like tools, right? Like there's, for example, mechanics out there, or maybe people that buff cars, right? And they buy this tool to buff cars because they buff cars every day, but we barely buff cars ever, so we wouldn't necessarily need that tool in our lives, even though that tool still makes the lives of people better that buff cars, right? For example, they want to buff some like body fat off of their bodies. Okay, Buffalo, love is true. Doesn't even begin to factor in metabolism, protein, fat requirements, minerals, vitamins, and satiety. No, it's not offensive. It's just outdated as hell. Yeah. Ridiculous, lazy, and irresponsible to say. Telling people to run for cardio is ridiculously lazy and irresponsible. Again, I don't think we have to take it so personally, right? I think both of you have valid perspective. And I think people just want something that works, right? It's not easy for most people to start running and eating less calories. And even if they did start running and eating less calories, we know now for a fact, they've done studies on this, if you go for a run, that group, right? You have a control group that is told to sit in a room and they have access to calories. And then you have a room that's told to go run for 30 minutes and then they have access to calories. The room that has gone for the 30-minute run routinely overeat on calories compared to the room that doesn't run. Because after their run, they're like, oh, I just did this exercise. I need to feed my body.
Dang, that's me.
And then they eat more calories, right? So the running and eating less calories isn't as easy as the thing.
Yeah, I hear that.
Buffalo, he conceded and apologized. There's no need to call him lazy. Agreed. Yeah, it's the slow mode of the runners. You can see them like their heels never touch the ground. They're literally just floating on top of the balls of their feet. Come on then, don't strawman the argument. Noted, Rose. Going for a run is 1,000 times better and healthier than taking GLP-1s. I was trying to be nice about, now you're acting like a dick. I think, again, we can like bring it back and calm ourselves down a little bit. These things aren't as clear cut. I think the thing that really is the thing we have a word that's called VOC. We have to be vigilant against judgment.
Yeah, vigilant against not allowing things to become personal. Like, for example, earlier, whenever I was like, I like running, it's blissful for me. That's like, oh yeah, that wasn't a personal thing. That's just like in general. That wasn't towards me.
Right.
You know, and not making it personal either.
realizing that there's, billions of us that are struggling. People like the obesity numbers, for example, Dan, are going down for the first time ever. Even though the health consciousness has arisen, right? People are becoming more health conscious than ever before. The obesity numbers weren't slowing down. And now that GLP-1s are being used, for the first time in American history, the obesity numbers are coming down, right? Which will be healthy. It will be healthier than having those people just start running. And maybe if they stop being like 200 pounds overweight, they'll start running because now suddenly they have the bodies, they have the mobility to be able to do so. So both can be true, right? There can be hope for that way of being as well. We're always happy to hear from the experts here. It sounds like you are. You want to avoid getting personal. Agreed. Frankly, I think it's lazy not getting off your ass and doing some cardio. I also like my dance. Helps weight loss more than you imagine. Still glossed over my points about cardio. Reinforce your thoughts that people that take GLPs are just lazy. Seriously, well, if you're telling us that you're on a diet and of Pop Tarts and Red Bull, no, I think Pop Tarts and Red Bull are the things that he has a hard time saying no to, right? Like he still does add a lot of protein to his diet as well. Let it flow through you. I love how Lone Buffalo is like leaning into the dark side stuff. I don't think he's mocking you. I think he's doing the same thing that you do. Mm-mm-mm. I wish I was good at running. I wish I wasn't worn down. And running is very important. It's one of those things that, like fighting, someone can make you do. Like fighting that someone can make you do. I wish I was better. Guys, please. I really don't want to have to break you two up. I like fighting because it's one of those things that sometimes you don't have an option. If someone jumps on you, you gotta do something. If someone chases you, you gotta run. If running is the smarter idea.
An action that calls for a response.
Yeah.
Finding the perfect response instead of jumping to a quick reaction, right? We like noticing within the body when we want to react and like questioning that reaction and then responding to it.
Exactly. Yeah, we got Lone Buffalo and then trying to connect again as well. I started by saying, let me know if I'm coming across as a dick. And then you made it personal anyway. That was not cool, and I'm going to let it go and acknowledge. I feel both of you are intelligent people, right? And both of you have strong arguments. And I don't think either of you are wrong, right? And I think what we're doing in this space is consciously evolving towards not holding judgment, right? If someone needs to use a GLP-1 to lose the weight, right, that they've been unconsciously building, even you can use the word lazily building, right, for the last 10 years, it doesn't mean that they're wrong for using these tools. And the way I see it is that it means that they're aware of the fact that they're generating negative health outcomes for themselves down the line. And they are trying to take their health into their own hands, even if it is with something like a peptide.
I mean, I think like, right, so much can exist within the infinity. A GLP-1 is a tool. Some people, I think, will use it to be healthy and to better themselves. And just because we live in the world that we live in, we're going to see both sides of the spectrum. We will 100% see people use peptides to a fault. 100%. There's no doubt that we're going to see looks maxers go crazy with these things. But I think on the same time, like it's a tool, just like AI is a tool, just like all of these things that we've been given, they're tools. This consciousness is a tool, the way that we choose to like express it. And so it's up to the individual on how they use it. You know, people will use running bad, people will use running good. And who's to say whether it's good or bad? It's all up to the individual and the opinion that other people have. Everybody's got an opinion.
Life outcome, I think, is a good metric as well, where, right, every single one of us are our own little experimenter.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. And if you notice that, if I do this, change this behavior, change this supplement, change this sleep routine, change whatever, and you notice better health outcomes on the other side, you feel better, you're more kind to the people around you, that's the signal that we're supposed to be trying to extract from our lives, right? getting more clear about what it is we actually want.
Here's a really abstract way to look at it. Like if it works for you, then it works for you, as long as it doesn't inhibit anybody else's performance, or as long as you're not infringing upon anybody else's way of being, then it's okay. Let yourself be the experiment.
Yeah, freedom.
Placebo effect. If it's a placebo effect, like here's an example of a lady that goes to the casino down here. She likes to put her little frogs on her jackpot machine, right? Because she thinks they're little lucky charms, and those little frogs are going to help her get a jackpot. Does it hurt anybody beside her? No. Does it bother anybody? People probably walk by and judge her. Does it help? Probably not. Like, highly likely not. But it doesn't make her feel better. Does she enjoy it? Is she having a good time? Whatever it is that she's doing.
Allow yourself to be curious. Be like,
people are going to express themselves.
That's cute, froggies.
Right.
Well, what's that for?
People express themselves in so many different ways, and it's just something to learn about each person. I don't know.
He got Nancy's being like, Dano, for what it's worth, back in the day, I ran and I swam on a weekly basis, and I was very toned and the appropriate weight for my height. There we go. So it can work. Keep in mind, Melt is the host, not a mediator. Thank you, Perry Wolf. I do try to be a mediator too in this space, because again, I don't think any of you friends are arguing in bad faith. Right? I think both of you have just come to different conclusions, and both of you are in different bodies. You are a runner, Dan, right? Like, you have run for a long time. You've taken care of yourself in that way for a good amount of time. Yeah, I told him I loved him. There you go. I'm a lesbian. I like your girlfriend. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, miss. Send me your requests. Keep in mind, love again. Through the chthonic horologium anarthronic solumcnal. Yes, of course. I didn't say that you were a dick. I said that your advice is ignorant and the argument is lazy. And you got triggered because you felt like I was attacking you even after you qualified your statement. Like, ridiculously lazy and irresponsible to say is what was said, Buffalo. And I agree with you, Dan. You targeted him too, in addition to his argument. And now we're trying to walk a part of it back.
Aggressively backpedaling.
Aggressively.
Sorry this all happens.
Love is true. Buffalo, you have integrated here so smoothly. It's like you were just meant to be our friend. The first rule here is love is true, and you're behaving incongruently. Dan is expressing that he is hurt, regardless of what you said or what you think of your words. They did hurt him, and he'd like an apology. I told him I love him, and I'm sure you do. Rather than standing up, that's not what I intended. Simply apologize and stop trying to litigate it. I'm the only one who's correct. She can.
Jeez, don't even read that.
Get put in the shadow realm mode. No, you will not. You will be in the shadow realm. I understand what Lone and Dan are saying. Both of you guys give us good info.
I think both of it is like, yeah, Dan did come in saying, sorry if I'm being a dick, right? So I think he came in like wondering if that was going to be a triggering comment. I think it was kind of a triggering comment, right? That was what I had to respond to. It was like, some people aren't as able to run, right?
Right, if you're like literally in a mobility scooter because you're 400 pounds overweight, someone being like, have you considered running and eating
not
less?
Even just the overweight, yeah, right.
Like, that's not an option for me, literally.
I mean, like, not even, the overweightness for, you don't even have to say the 400 pounds overweightness. You can just say in a mobility scooter because of, say, spinal issues.
Exactly.
Right? Because you messed up your knee as a little kid, because I used to carry a great big drum that weighed more than I did, and I stepped wrong one day, right? Or because your dad was chasing you and you fell on a log, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, stuff happens to people all the time that changes their life trajectory forever, right? And if you are, as Joe said, like you had a spinal injury, you can't, right, move your legs or whatever. What else are you going to do? Like, eating probably would be one of the few things that brings you comfort in that kind of position. and it's easy to overdo it if you're not allowed to move, kind of thing as well.
So I think the running and the cardio thing, that Dan's right. It's definitely a thing that can help you lose weight if weight loss and say rapid weight loss is the goal. But it goes even, you can dig deeper than that, right? It's not accessible for everybody.
We got Diff Chick join us again. It's been like so long. Let me see how long it's been. Hold it quickly for me, my love. I'm gonna check on this one.
I think you can see on here channel activity.
Can you? You can. Yeah, it's been like 100-ish days since the last time you were here. Saying bye to you too. It's nice having you here again, Diff. How are you doing, friend? It's Mammy. That's her old name.
What?
Yep.
This is Mammy?
Mammy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
It's me, Mammy Mama. There you go.
Hey, Mammy.
Thank you, friend.
Goodness gracious.
She's saying my hair is giving soul glow vibes. I don't know soul glow. Is that a thing? Soul glow? I don't know if that's like a show or a band or a movement or.
I don't know.
We tried to hide her at the same time. We did, and then like unhid her again or something. Yep. I preemptively acknowledge that the weight loss cardio shit is a touchy subject. Buff, you clearly got offended and reacted by going on the offense. I think it's because he does have spinal injuries. He's like one of the people, right? So
Right.
I think
So it is kind of personal.
Yeah, he's probably had that said to him before as well. No, it's just a bad thing. And you know, like again, I haven't ran. Right, that's the other thing as well. I was how much? 40 to 60 pounds overweight, me. And I didn't run a day, right? I still calorie deficited and I gymmed, right? I lifted weights. That's how I lost my weight. So there's many different ways to get, right? Many different ways to skin the cat, right? And it's just a matter of like what works for you. No, Mel, I can run and sprint, no triggering. It's just a bad thing. I hear you, bro. Again, the way I see it is that there's many ways to get at it. And now one of the new ways is these compounds. I think what Dan says is true as well, where technically it's cheaper. It's cheaper to calorie deficit and just run than it is to pay money to use peptides. I'm also actually ready.
Oh, my mic's not been on this whole time.
Really? Oh, well. I did put it on. That's strange. All right. I'm sure there's still love. It's Coming to America movie. It's classic. Pawpaws. These were pawpaws that fell off of trees. Apparently the deer eat these really quickly. Joe wanted to take them with us. I don't know if we're going to be eating them. Hopefully no. But still. Then you denied being offended, despite it being quite obvious, and chalked up your reaction to my supposed lazy and irresponsible behavior. Yeah. It's way cheaper for sure. Those things used to cost like $1,200 a month with insurance. Yeah, and it's only gonna get cheaper as well, right? Like it's gonna get really cheap. That's the other part of it as well. It's like it will become more and more accessible. And the way that I see it is this conversation has been about the awareness, right? It's been like, at least the way that I saw it, is that you were trying to extract from me the curiosity of what I think about these peptides, right? And I think maybe that's also why there was a little bit of room for misinterpretation, because it wasn't about use like calorie deficit and running. It was about what if we use these peptides kind of conversation. Interesting username. Yes, Mel. I feel you. I'm here with you, friends. I learned, and we're going to continue learning. I was trying to hide this dude from myself, not the channel. Don't want to hear his disrespect anymore. Oh, Dan. Disrespect is very common in this world, right? Cultivating the divine, unshakable aura is what we try to do in this space.
Right. I mean, where am I getting with this? Where am I feeling with this?
Take this microphone with you.
I'm trying to get grounded, TBH. Like, to go back to a neutral state, you know? I mean, I myself am in a neutral state, but I'm recognizing the space might not be as neutral, right? There's like
A little bit of charge.
energy being stirred, energy charged. Yeah, sure.
Be at peace.
There is a perfect response within us to each and every action. And we don't have to be perfect in every action, but whenever we realize that our responses to the thing isn't perfect, that's where we can be better next time even, or, you know, show up anew. Like right now is the moment to show up new.
Yeah. Realizing that you can kind of like change your entire life, right? For example, someone says something mean and then you cut them out of your life forever, right? You're also in doing so cutting off all of the potential growth and connection that there still might arise.
And quite frankly, I don't think you can actually cut anybody out forever unless you are like superhuman and you are capable of like forgetting them completely.
Yeah, they'll still have some effect on your mind. I love the weekends when Joe is on with you. Me too, Tomo.
Love you, Tomo.
Has so much to add. I know she does whenever she can in the chat. It's just not the same. That's cute. Yeah, the character limit does make it hard. The hair is amazing. The curls, fab. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
my hair is getting really long.
It's styling itself now. It's doing something different than it used to. It like falling over to the side.
Yeah, very soon I'll have sideways hair again. But
yeah,
for
you
now,
got this like this edgy kid look on you. Went to the theater yesterday. I'm like, who's this guy?
Oh, with my all of my hair, I was wearing a hat yesterday, so it was definitely pressing my stuff down. I have a friend,
but then you fixed it and it was like doing a different thing. I'm like, I don't know who this person is beside me. Different clothing style, like you were just different.
Every 20 seconds, new hairstyle.
Every moment is a moment we can show up new.
I have a friend coming into town today, Nancy says. I need to go to the store so I can make some meals, scallopini and pilaf, before she gets here, because once I get done, I don't feel like cooking anymore.
Felt.
It's nice of you to consider your friend like that, Nancy friend. Enough. Yeah. Yeah. Disagreeing is okay. Being wrong and admitting it is okay. Attacking folks for being mistaken and perhaps set upon being is not okay.
Yeah, the big thing is like, don't take it personal and don't make it personal, right? Yeah. Whenever we start to make things personal and start challenging the person rather than the argument itself, that's whenever it starts to get really...
Yeah, I feel the word lazy is a big one.
I know. I think that word is that's a word that in therapy they're like, don't use the word lazy because that's a judgment.
I was called lazy a bunch as a kid as well.
Yeah, I was too.
And it also triggered me every time that I heard it. Good morning, everyone. Dawn joining us. Fairy Wolf's daughter.
Hey, Dawn.
It's nice having you here, Dawn. Can I have Dan's mod position? No, Dan is a good person. Right, and I think Buff is a good person as well. I just think sometimes, like even me, like Joe has definitely seen this in me. I can sometimes be a little bit sharp, and then I get to this way of just, I don't know, I guess you could call it mean. I can be a little bit mean. I can say things.
Insensitive. You can be insensitive.
There it is.
You can be like like lacking a little bit of consideration sometimes. I'm like, yikes.
No, I'm gonna fucking call you lazy and irresponsible.
I don't know. I think you kind of came down on Logan pretty hard one time. I'm like, hey.
Like, fucking Logan, I'll kick your ass. I'll give you something to say.
You're sad. I'm gonna make you sad. I'll
make you sadder.
Be nice. He's sad.
I'm gonna kick your ass if you come back here being all sad. It's not sharpness, it's just being direct.
Yeah,
it's true. Like what she says is true about like when I get direct, the sensitivity goes away because I'm like, no longer sensitivity.
And that's where I get in. I'm like, okay, I have to do the inner work here. Don't take it personal. I know the tools on how to not make this personal. This is just something that he's going through.
Yeah. I grow. I get better at it too.
We're growing.
Look at Sam saying our whole thing here is respecting other people's journeys. We're going to be doing that by respecting when people are wrong and we're gently backing off. Love is true. Nor it's not sharpness, directness, something to aspire to. I think it's a South African thing. Yeah. Or not South Africa, you can know what I mean. I mean, you said that actually to Kay when she was there as well, where South Africans can be direct.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Will
But so
be.
can Filipinos. Damn,
Yeah.
Filipinos can be direct.
Bahaya direct. I'll tell you straight.
My uncle's like, have you been eating a lot lately? I'm like, that's not nice.
Stop. Stop, uncle.
Or was that my dad? I don't know. One of them.
I can see
Either
both
way.
of them. Okay, but I literally said, if this comes across as being a dick, I have the self-awareness to acknowledge it, and I preface it with that. What else would you like me to do? I
Right.
don't need you to do anything, right?
Yeah.
Again,
I'm
I feel
not judging the.
I feel one thing that you can maybe do in this moment, Dan, is realizing that you weren't being received as being a dick by everyone. Even if that might be a statement that might be, as you said, a little bit insensitive, it's not being perceived that way by every single person in the space.
Yeah, I don't think you're being a.
Exactly. I don't perceive it that way either. Right? So in that way, see the larger perspective and realize that sometimes some people might differ with us and they might be extra vocal about it, right? Especially if they have tried, right? Some people have tried adopting that way of doing things and it hasn't worked for them.
I think, yeah, what it is like, why do we as people get so kind of like when we come to a conclusion ourselves and somebody else comes to the conclusion that we're wrong about the conclusion that we came to, that in itself is just like that stirs some kind of reaction in the brain. Like, why is it like this? And I think the want to come together, but like not coming together because we're so set in this like way of in the conclusion that we came to. Like we all have come to this conclusion based on like all of these little data points in our life, right? And so like having that challenged it does cause frustration. And so two entities, two people experiencing frustration, that's just like I think comes from the base of like wanting to be on a middle ground, and not being able to get to that is frustrating.
Yeah. Especially if instead of attempting to get to that middle ground, we get like fingers pointed at us or we get characterized in a certain way.
Right. And
we have our arguments maybe reduced to something. Right. So I guess, again, this space is teaching us a lot about the influence that we have on each other, not just the movies.
I think that Dan was aware that that could be something that could be potentially triggering, which is why he said, sorry if I'm coming across being a dick, let me know, you know, he's like, let me know. And so he did kind of open it for it to be like, I wonder if we were like, yeah, Dan, that's kind of a dickish comment, he would have been like, my bad. Right?
I think I did start my sentence by saying that. I'm like, yeah, might be.
I don't think it's, I don't know. I mean, some people might think it's a dickish comment and some people
it's just, again,
might not.
It's the perspective thing.
I don't think it's perspective.
Because I think that's what Buffalo is trying to share as well. Is like some people have 2 jobs to work.
Yeah.
They literally don't have an extra hour in the day to go for a run.
Right.
However, using a GLP-1 now makes them lose weight without having to go for a run.
Well, I think about how combat kind of like combats too, right? He comes across very direct, and that could be a debate that leans on like that. It becomes a debate.
Yeah.
Right. It becomes kind of like a challenge, and so throwing these facts back and forth is where like we can get emotionally charged.
Yeah.
Right. It just depends on how you approach it and what you allow in, and
like Dan is still a little bit there. It's exactly 0% okay with that. He goes like, this shit is just incredibly dumb and exhausting, frankly. Calorie deficit plus calorie burning via cardio leads to weight loss. There's nothing controversial about saying that. And I agree. I think we're both agreeing with you on that. Dan.
It's right. You're right. That is a thing. But I think ultimately it's a little incomplete at best.
That's the thing, right? Like we've known, as you said, like it's not been a controversial thing to say that. And we've known that for decades. And our obesity problem hasn't gotten any better, right? In fact, for the last decades, it's only gotten worse and worse and worse. So if that was the only solution, hey, just eat less calories and start running, then everybody would be doing it, right? And it's not that easy. not everybody has the same level of willpower that you do, dear friend, right? And I think that's where the lazy words can start being used, right? Because I, for example, think I have a lot of benefits, right? That's why if somebody asks me, how can they look like me, right? I don't start by giving them exact instructions. I start by telling them, I have been doing it for years, right? It's not do 15 minutes of yoga and then suddenly you're going to be jacked. It's do 15 minutes of yoga for the next 5 years and then start those 5 years by working out in the gym for 5 years before that. And then, right, before that, have the genetics that your parents gave you, who are also, my mom and my dad are both, I feel, kind of around a healthy weight, maybe just a little bit overweight, right? So I've gotten all of these things that stack one upon each other for me to have my body type. And not everybody is as privileged. However, everybody will have access eventually to these compounds, right?
Yeah, that's the hope, is that like everybody has access to improvement.
Yeah. I said
Equal
before,
improvement.
I can learn the cardio. Yeah. Socrates. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? The three gates you pass your words through before saying them. Love is true, and kindness is also true. But I guess kindness can be subjective as well. Absolutely. I see it. Only completes and encompassing perspectives are acceptable. See how silly this gets? Not my point.
What is it? What?
I see. Only complete and all-encompassing perspectives are acceptable. It's not my point either. I think, and that's what Buffalo was showing up for. I have to go to the bathroom as well. What Buffalo was trying to show up for was a conversation about these compounds, right? He wasn't looking for a conversation about losing weight. He was looking for a conversation about what do I think about using peptides, right? And I think maybe that's where the laziness, I think, came in as well. Because it was
GLP-1 is insulin.
no.
Or like, is that the
Insulin is peptides.
okay.
Yeah, but GLP-1 is a specific pathway
That one
inside our
helps
guts.
with like GLP-1 are used for diabetes, aren't they?
Yep. People that have diabetes that again deal with sugar cravings, right? And it also helps your metabolism, so you don't process it as fast, so it slows down your gut, so you don't get the insulin spikes. I'm gonna be back in a second.
I don't have the frame of reference that Melt has. I've told him many times that like what I know about peptides is what he's talked about, and he talks about it a lot. Anyways, friends. No, this is my stream. This is awkward. What's up? Where are we at? Where did he leave off? I'm lost. Holy shnikes, we're like way far behind, aren't we? Please stay tuned. Your call is very important to us. Respecting other people's journeys. Well, hello, friends. I'm just going to read what's coming up right now. Hello. Your legs are ever so sharp. Funny question. That sounds like a statement. Melt going to take a poop. I hope not. I hope he's not pooping. He might be. I'm not sure. Now it's time to feed my family. Dinner prep may commence from sunny Dublin, Ireland. Mammy, it's so nice to see you. Love, 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 love. Have a delicious dinner. Yeah. Ivan plays games. I don't remember you. Melt probably remembers you. He's not pooping. I can hear him washing his hands. It's exciting. He's coming back and not leaving this completely to me. I lost where you were.
I was basically at the bottom of chat. We get Dan sharing.
I don't know where we're at. Sorry, guys. I'm not a host.
Sorry. It's okay. Before I hope Buff can learn. I'm sure they will. Right. Trying to be as kind as we can be.
We hope like, and we want to come from a place of like genuine hoping the best, even for the people that may upset us, right? That's some work that I've had to do for some people who have like recently, like in my life, upset me, right? It's like, yeah, when I think about them, I have kind of like still this like upsetness about the way that they say
Influence your life.
influenced me, especially in the times of like breaking off and deciding to go different ways.
Right.
But
How emotionally charged I was.
Yeah, how emotionally charged we were. But still cultivating it within the self to be like, whatever happens, I still don't want to wish vengeance on them. I don't want to say, I'll pray for you, in the way that it's like, if you say, I'll pray for you, you want to like genuinely do it out of well wishes.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what you're doing, I hope. But like not being attached to that outcome, right? That's something that was really important to me in say this my anecdote of breaking up of a friendship, right, that I had recently, like fairly recently within the past year. It's like I still want them to do well. Like I still, despite the fact that the things that happened were like, in my opinion, uncalled for, I hope that they have grown from it. And like, if we do meet in the future, we can meet anew and be better than where we were the last time that we met. And I myself, like whatever they choose to do with their life, like I myself have to build it within me to cultivate that or to manifest that next interaction to be better in the case that it does. Right. I need to not hold on to like these things that made me feel a certain way, question why it made me feel that way. Right. And question why it created such an emotional response within me, because I can't do it for them. Right. You can only do it for yourself. And so I don't know.
I see Chet trying to grow. And I feel like you are very right in almost like bringing that as a topic up. It's like when we leave a space with that emotional charge, it's almost like every time we think about that relationship again, we look at it through that lens of that emotional charge, right? It's almost like impossible for us to not see it with that in mind. Mm-mm-mm.
Mammy went. She's going to go feed her family.
We love you, Mammy. We'll see you again soon. How far do you think I can kick this bucket? That's kind of funny. Yeah. I feel you. I'm here with you, friends. I'm learning with you as well. I think all of us can be better at being a little bit more chillax in moments like these. The last thing Oscar Wilde said before he died was, either that wallpaper goes, or I look further. Yeah. I think we can all just stop. Feelings aren't fact, but they are still important. Indeed. I think you did as well, Buffalo. I also saw it as an apology, right? At least I see that you're trying to apologize.
I don't think either of you were. I don't think anything that happened was wrong. I think it was just an experience to be had.
You did use the word sorry for delivering it in a less than tactful way, right? So I think there is awareness that the way that we engage in the space today, right? And again, let's bring it back to seeing it as we wanted to, in that moment, discuss something interesting. Maybe Lone Buffalo recently started diving into the world of learning about peptides, right? And he was curious to hear my perspective because he respects, the fact that I do find these things fascinating as well, and respects that I have put some of my own personal thought into it, right? I think it is going to be one of those things that's very formative to our population. People are literally going to change overnight, right?
I mean, yeah, it's happening so fast.
That's the thing.
And we are the guinea pigs to it willingly. Like we're willing it, like we as in the human race, like people are willingly wanting to do this. It promises a good result. right? It has promises.
It shows
People
like
are
it's
hopeful.
effective. It's the most like
Love is true.
yeah. Think back to like just 10 years, like when people were talking like, oh, if they're gonna figure out a pill that makes you lose weight, it's gonna become one of the best-selling drugs on planet Earth, right? You've probably heard people say stuff like that in your past.
I mean, geez, weight loss has been so marketed, like so marketed. That's been like
People used to be given Previtin, which is like methamphetamine like tablets for weight loss back in the day,
zoinks.
and people were using it, and it was making
At
them
that
lose
time,
weight.
and at that time, they're like, it's healthy because they
it's-
didn't have the the
This
statistics to
understanding.
know. They didn't have the instrumentation to measure.
Yeah, exactly. Like we have learned a lot about the human body, and we're still at the infancy of that journey, I think. No, 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 no. When talking to others here, do not assign qualities to their argument. If it's right or wrong or lazy or unsupported, none of that. You state what you think, they state what they think. That's it. Yeah. Like I sometimes have bad takes as well, I'm sure. And having someone tell me that's a bad take, Mel, I'll probably like the only thing that I can be is either divine and unshakable aura, right? Be like, oh, okay, well, I respect that you think my take is bad, and that's fine. And the other one is defensiveness, where I now have to defend. No, in fact, my take was good, right? Because this is what I thought about.
I think my nastiest me comes out whenever I'm defensive.
Yeah.
I think that's whenever I get like
the knives come out.
That's whenever I get crazy eyed.
Frazzled.
My eyes come together.
furrowed brows. No, in the broadest sense, it's actually the correct take. Weight loss requires a calorie deficit. That's not really up for debate. If you lose fewer calories than you burn over time, you lose weight. Again, we weren't disagreeing with that part at all. I think the conversation was just about the curiosity. Because again, right, this is the way that I see it.
No, I think.
Like, this is the way I see it. Lone Buffalo might be at a point in his life where taking something like it.
I love you. I think that actually, can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
I think that actually now the way that you're using this comment is almost coming from a point of defensiveness.
Yeah?
A little bit.
Okay, well, I wasn't defending myself at the very least. I'm just trying to understand.
Defend the comment. Defend this thing, right?
Again, let me finish my point.
Okay.
I think that Lone Buffalo might be at a part in his journey where he's actually considering using these compounds now, right? And then from that perspective, like he's probably done his own research. He's probably like listened to anecdotal evidence. He's probably seen the medical reports. And then with all of this database in his own head, comes to this space to hear it from another person, right? Someone that he might want to like extract or have a conversation with, right? And then being told it's better to go running and calorie deficit was like not the same information he was engaging with. And maybe again, it could have been one of those like mirrors held up where it's like, oh, yes, I could, I guess, lose weight if I just reduced my calories and started running. But I don't think that's the conversation he wanted to have. And I think that's where the separation happened, right? Because I don't feel like he was being understood, maybe by you in that way, right? And that's why he felt the need to defend himself as well. Or maybe to say that you have a bad take. ChatGPT on my bad take buff. Maybe I'm lazy and irresponsible. You're a clown. Enjoy your weight loss drugs. Again, now we're doing the exact same thing, Dan, right? If it bothers you that he attacked you, then we can't do the same thing, right? We have to be growing, right? Learn from this experience.
I think Sam
yeah. Also,
whenever she was like, that's okay to say because like he had an opinion up there, it's like that was an okay thing to say. But whenever you make it about the you, whenever you start like making that was a personal one.
Yeah, I think again, right, there is a lot for us to learn from what happened today. I sure am learning that I am now uncomfortable. I am fucking uncomfortable now, right? Because we could have had just an interesting conversation. And we ended up making it personal. Don't make things personal, right? saying this to myself as well, because I definitely have the ability to do the same thing sometimes. I am learning. I'm happy to be learning here with you, friends. It was nice to have you here for today, to share in this space. I'll say goodbye now, okay? I'll see you, friends, again tomorrow. La 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 la. Zoe Berg wants out as well. Thank you, friends, for joining us. Until we do it again.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye, everybody. See you tomorrow. Peace. Oh, I forgot to pull a card.